Do you ever feel like a stickman? Just a few simple lines: head, body, arms, legs, while everyone else seems to be a fully rendered, colorful painting? It's this quiet feeling, isn't it, that you're a simplified version of what you could be. This isn't just a weird thought. In psychology, there's a concept called identity diffusion. It was first explored by psychologist Erik Erikson, who described it as a state where you haven't quite committed to an identity. You haven't fully explored who you are, so you feel undefined, like a sketch that was never finished. You might find yourself agreeing with everyone because you don't have a strong opinion of your own, or maybe you jump from hobby to hobby, job to job, relationship to relationship, hoping one of them will finally give you color and shape. But nothing ever sticks. You remain a collection of simple, disconnected lines. It's not about being simple-minded. It's about having a simple, or even absent, sense of self. And it's more common than you think. So why does this happen? Why do we draw ourselves as stickmen? Well, for one, the world often asks us to be simple. Think about it. We're asked to pick a label, a job title, a single box to check on a form. It's easier for others to understand a stickman. Complexity is messy. Another reason is fear. Being a detailed portrait means having shadows, having flaws, having parts of you that are complicated and maybe even contradictory. That's scary. It's vulnerable. A stickman feels safer. It has no depth to attack, no intricate details to criticize. Sometimes, it's a defense mechanism we learned long ago. If you were ever told you were too much, or too sensitive, or too complicated, you might have learned to erase your own details. You simplified yourself to survive, to be accepted. You became a stickman because you were taught that a masterpiece was too difficult for others to handle. But here's the most important part. You are not permanently a stickman. Your brain has an incredible ability called neuroplasticity. This means it can change, rewire, and grow throughout your entire life. Every new experience, every new thought, every choice you make, it's like an artist adding a new brushstroke to the canvas. The science of self-concept clarity shows that people who have a clearer, more detailed, and stable sense of who they are report higher life satisfaction and well-being. They aren't stickmen. They spend time exploring their own painting, understanding the light, the shade, the texture. They've learned that being complex isn't a flaw. It's the entire point of being human. So how do you start adding detail? You don't have to become a masterpiece overnight. That pressure is what keeps us as stickmen in the first place. Instead, just add one thing. Pick up one color. What if today you just explored one genuine feeling you usually push away? That's adding a little bit of blue. What if you tried a new food, or listened to a genre of music you thought you'd hate? That's adding a splash of unexpected orange. Ask yourself a real question. What do I actually think about this, not what you're supposed to think? That's sketching in a new line. One that's truly your own. The stickman you feel like right now, it isn't a failure. It's not your final form. It's the first draft. It's not your final form. And the canvas is waiting for you to decide what color you want to add next.